So, Coach, this question is for you. Nice stands out with the combinations that they make on the wings, and most of their goals coming from the crosses that they make, and they have an average of 6.5 accurate crosses per game, so they are very efficient. What kind of precautions will you be taking tomorrow?
Yeah, very well prepared, I have to say. It's true, they have, it's a combination. You know, this team has, I think, a good combination between powerful defenders. If you look at the back three, they have a lot of power. And in the midfield, they have technique, quality, quantity. And the wing backs, like Klaus on the right side, they are just performers. You know, I know him from the French national team. We faced France with Belgium several times. He was, in some games, he was part of this team. And that tells a lot, because if you look at France, the national players, the quality and quantity they have, and Klaus is inside, it means a lot about his quality. Just to mention the right side, but on the left side, they have the same profile. So it's a very direct team. It's true, they like a lot of combinations on the wing, and they produce a lot of crosses. So it's like always in football, you can't defend everything. So if you would, or if you can defend everything, all games would end up 0-0. But they also have to defend us. This is also clear.
So, Coach, first of all, good luck for tomorrow's game. We know Kerem from his previous clubs, also from the national team. He used to be a player who scores a lot, and also when he came to Fenerbahçe, there are high expectations from him. I know it's been a short while since his arrival, but so far he has been performing below the expected. So, how is his moral and motivation? And are you thinking of maybe putting him in a different position in the future?
No, I think first of all, Karim is a left winger. Either he's on the line, let's say really wide, like in the last game, or he can come inside. But I think plus minus, this is the position where his strengths are on the right place. First of all, second, I think you said something very important. He's not here since a long time, long period, and every player needs time. I think he's one of the players that plays the most minutes since I'm here, and of course he's not 100% satisfied, because he needs goals, he needs assists, he needs situation where he can perform like he is used to perform. But I will give him a lot of time. You know, for him it can be important what, of course, the press, the fans are saying, or what the coach is saying, and the coach is saying that he has a lot of efforts on the pitch, because many things off the ball we can't evaluate, you know, because if you score a goal, there is a number, you know, or assist. These are numbers, but the way he's pressing, the way when he's losing the ball, counter pressing, is something you can't quantify, and that's the problem in football, many times. But it's like, you know, when you have a small child riding a horse and he's dropping down, the best thing to do is to put him again on the horse. And he will come, but I see no problem with Kerem, no problem.
So, Coach, when you first came here in your signing ceremony, you explained us what kind of game mentality, what kind of playing style you want to implement in the team. So, how do you see this transition period from Mourinho's Fenerbahçe to Tedesco's Fenerbahçe? Because you totally have a different mentality. I know it will take some time to implement your philosophy, but how do you see the change in the teams if you compare with day one?
Yeah, I think since I'm here, we had 6 training sessions effective. If we really look at efficiency on training session, I mean full training session, where you have all the team, where you have, let's say, no game in between. We speak about 6 full training sessions. Now, you can decide what you train in these 6 sessions. You need, you know, in football you have so many things: possession, out of possession, counter pressing, final third, set pieces. And if you then look on one specific topic, you have probably 1 training session per topic. This is the reality. But I think that this team, they really try hard to put on the pitch what we speak. And you saw it in the last game. Even I think already against Trabzonspor we had just 2 training sessions, but also we didn't play that bad, you know. Trabzon was for sure 60 minutes a good game. We started well in Kasimpasa, then we went down. So in many games you can see that the team, they try. But sometimes you can't do it for several reasons, you know. And this I have to accept. So for me, the team is trying hard. They try to put on the pitch what we train, what we speak. And this is for me the most important thing because, you know, sometimes I win a game, but I'm not satisfied. I can't sleep, you know, I have to analyze, I need to find solutions. And sometimes we lose a game and I'm okay because I know what was the problem, we can train it, we can change it. So the worst thing is to lose games and not to have an idea what you can do. This is very important always to look forward, you know, what we can improve, how we can improve, what can we train. And now, to speak honest, we played all the games, as I told you, with few training sessions, but also with some players that are missing. So now you spoke, I think, at the beginning. The first question for Iso was about Alvarez. So he will be back. He will be at least in squad. It's very important for us. Very important because, especially the last game of Europa League, you know that Bartu is not in the squad. He's not on the list. Even if he's a very talented player, it's a pity that he's not on the list, I have to say. But we traveled to Zagreb with, honestly, 2 sixes in the whole squad. And this is already a good sign for me, you know. As we came, we had, I think, 7 injuries. Now the team, the doctors, my staff, the athletic coaches, the physios, the kineos, they worked a lot, and we have just 2 injured players. So it's a big difference into 3 weeks to have from 7 to 2, and we must keep it on. Sometimes it's football. You can't do anything for injuries. They come. But we have to do the best possible to have every player in a shape. This is the first thing.
So, Coach, first of all, good luck for tomorrow's game. When John Duran came here, he came with high expectations. Now he is injured, and people are curious. They want to know when he will be back. So, how is your communication with him? When will he be ready? And does he still keep on dreaming about Fenerbahçe?
Excuse me, the last part?
If he still keeps on dreaming for Fenerbahçe, dreaming to play for Fenerbahçe.
Yeah, of course, he's highly motivated to play. The problem is that it's not a kind of an injury that you can say 6 weeks and then you are back, you know. This is a little bit the problem also on communication. I try to be very fair to you. I try to be as honest as possible. So we have the situation that John had pain also in the last clubs. So then some clubs, they say, okay, you play because the player also wants to play and, you know, important games, and you can play because I think sometimes a player can play also with pain. But then one point is reached when the player says it's too much, you know, because if you can't run anymore because of pain, then you must check what is inside and what is the topic. And sometimes the symptoms are not, let's say, the source. It's right, the source. The problem of the source can be something else. You know, if you have pain on, I don't know, on the leg, can be the back. You know, so that you have to adjust the back so that you have no pain anymore. And this kind of things, they need time. So with a lot of specialists, we are sitting together. We are analyzing what is the real problem. I think we find out what is the real problem, what is the source. We are working for him. The player wants, but everything needs time, you know. And I'm not a coach that is pushing a player inside when it's first riskful, and secondly, it's painful. I'm not that kind of coach. You know, I make one example. We played a German Cup final, very important because it was the first trophy for Leipzig in the history. Okay. But one of my main players, he said, I feel pain, I can't play. What do you do as a coach? What do you do as a coach? You have 2 possibilities. Either you push him inside, but the player is probably 70% or 60%, and you hope that it's going well. Or you say, no problem, we trust also the other guys. Because one thing you cannot forget. If you push the injured player, there is a big risk you lose the healthy player, because they can say, hey coach, I train every week 100%, I'm fit, and you like the injured player more than me. This is not human being, you know. First, we must speak about human being. This guy has problems. I will protect him. If you want to blame somebody, not the player. It's impossible. No special message, because I think that our fans, they don't need a special message to be on fire. They are always on fire, as far as I can see. So just be themselves, just enjoy, and if, yeah, I don't know, if they want to complain, they also can complain. You know, fans, they can do what they want, is my opinion. It's really my opinion. It doesn't matter where I am, the fans are the most important thing, because we do this job for the fans. You know, we get back emotions, we can make people happy, not just the specific game tomorrow, but I think every game. And we have to handle it, you know. If they whistle, we have to handle it. If you play for Fener, if you coach Fener, you know, it was my choice. I knew Fener also before. So, and this is the same for the players. If you are here, you must handle it. You must find a way to manage it. That's my honest opinion. And the fans have always the right to be happy, to be sad, to be angry, to be funny, to be whatever.